Hello, guys, and welcome to episode number 92. This is the first episode from the year 2022, so I want to wish you all happy new year. Thank you guys for always supporting this podcast and my YouTube channel as well, and my social media platform like Instagram and TikTok. Appreciate you guys for all the support. I want to wish you all a super new year 2022. Make all those wishes come true, all those goals, go crush them and do your best. So appreciate you guys for all the love and support. So now that I've moved that out of the way, for this episode I want to talk about how to keep reinventing yourself. So I'm going to talk about how I reinvent myself, and I'm going to use the Success Puzzle program from WatR as a staple. So let's go.
Latina, latinoyvegano.com.
For this episode number 92, I want to talk about how I keep reinventing myself and how you guys can benefit from this. I'm a firm believer in personal development and personal growth, and we all need to keep progressing, like constantly we're growing as vegans, as persons, as humans, in all aspects of our life. You think about plants, right? It grows when you nurture them, right? When you water a plant and you give them the proper attention, with the concept it will say it applies for us too. So it's the same concept, right? You can plant, you water it, you put it in a nice area, you give it a lot of love, sunlight, and all that. What's going to happen? It's going to grow and give you some nice branches and some nice leaf, and some of them might even give you some flowers, and others will give you fruits. So it's the same concept with us as human beings. We have to constantly grow and take care of ourselves, not only in the physical aspect, but also in the mental aspect. You see it happen with animals, right? Okay, so we have not to only consume the right food. So that's the reason why we talk about consuming a whole food plant-based diet and exercise, but we also have to fuel our minds. And when you fuel our mind with the right information, that also going to trigger down to our body. For this episode, I talk about reinventing myself. And you might be asking, what? What does that have to do with veganism? And for this one, I'm taking it to a different perspective. Yes, when you talk about vegan, for me personally, it was the initiation of the process of changing who I was. So I say a lot that I don't save the animals save me. Because when I first started this lifestyle, and it wasn't as trendy as it was, I felt I had something I was longing for. It was allow me to get into tunes, because when I first started with this lifestyle, it wasn't as trendy as it is now, right? I felt I had something I was longing for. It allows me to get in tune with my outer world. At that point, I wasn't really much in tune with my inner world, but it allows me to start taking the first steps. I dealt with bullying and mockery, and I still, to this day, have some sort of bullying and mockery that goes around. But the good thing about it, the lifestyle, is it allows me to develop a really tough skin, situations like that, and kind of focus on what's really the core and the most important things in my life, so you don't let those things derail you from your actual goal. You hear people here and there making comments, but the one thing that keeps me going is how I see my life changing and how I see my life progressing. So what I would like to give you guys is like 3 ways that you can start reinventing yourself. I use these tips for my own personal self, and it allows me to have a different perspective when it comes down to how can I grow, how can I personal development, how can I become a better person. So for this study, I'm going to be talking concepts from Bob's Success Puzzle book, and I use it as a point of reference, beginning with chapter 1 from the book. Part of this journey or journeys is that you need a clear picture. And when I say a picture, it's just like the ones that you take on IG or Facebook or any other social media platform. And that picture has to be precise and clear of what you want. So my first tip is having a clear picture. So let's say this process of transforming yourself begins with a crystal clear picture of what is that you want. For that, I could use multiple examples. Like I remember when I first started training back in 2009, training bodybuilding, or just going to the gym basically. I went with a picture. I had a magazine in my hand, and I asked the trainer, "Hey man, I want to look like this guy in this picture. What do I need to do?" And the guy told me, "Yeah, you can definitely go ahead and do that. I can get you there. You're gonna need a combination of training plus a proper diet." So when I mentioned to this guy, "Hey, but you know what? I'm vegan," and he was like, "Nah, that's impossible." I had this story, I mentioned this story before, but the point is that I had a clear picture of how I wanted to look myself, like how I want to. This is the image, or this is the body that I want to have. So I had a clear picture. So I'm just going to work towards that goal. The reason for that is that we as humans think in pictures because we are visual creatures. Even if you have a podcast like this one, you have a visual as well that you can send the message across. Videos, posts, pictures and so on. So start getting a clear picture of what you want. For me, a picture is seeing this podcast reaching all over the world and turning this into a TV show or even greater than that, allowing me to share with an audience greater than the content. In the next coming years, that's going to be possible. So that's my clear picture of this being such a big thing, which is because it is. All right, number two, after you have a clear picture, I want you to define success. What is success looks for you? What is success? And so we face a lot that we always struggle to talk about success. So here's where the teaching of boss plays a big role. For the longest, I saw success or successful people as the one with the more material things, or basically financially success was equivalent to success for me. However, I'm sure for a lot of you guys, it's the same thing too. However, I learned now that although financial success can be part of it, success is, or this is the meaning of success, is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And that's a meaning by Earl Nightingale so many years ago. With this powerful definition, I took that everything that works, put energy on, and you move forward with that idea and finish it is success. Using a more easy to digest language, I also created my own definition of success, which is steps you take towards a very high goal. I'm going to read Felix Campbell's definition, which he actually explained it really clearly of this Earl Nightingale definition of success. He actually explained it so well. He said, it means that anyone who's on a course toward the fulfillment of a goal is successful. Now, success doesn't lie in the achievement of a goal, although that is what the world considers success. It lies in the journey towards the goal. We're successful as long as we are working towards something we want to bring about in our life. That's when the human being is at his best. That's brilliant. So you imagine how you consider success as only when you achieve certain things, but actually the meaning of success is actually the process or the journey or where you're making steps towards something. So I usually let's take the example of fitness. So you're in the fitness industry, or no, you're not necessarily in the industry. You're into fitness. You want to lose weight or gain muscle, or you wanna get stronger. Whatever is that your goal when it comes to fitness is the constant progress or the movement or going to the gym in day and out, or working out at home or whatever it is that your working routine is. Doing the constant step is actually a success because you're moving towards a different goal, and that goal is like a high goal. So that's the biggest thing about success. Now, Bob, add to this meaning that a worthy idea is something you are willing to die for. Meaning, buying a car or a house as a goal, for example, is not something you're willing to risk your life for. The key here is that if you have a goal or becoming a teacher, for example, for a particular institution, then you put everything, all that energy you have to get to to get to your goal, no matter what. This is the same mindset athletes, musicians, entrepreneurs, and many more successful people use. Think about it, how to build muscle. The consistency you put day in and day out, working out, add the right nutrition, and the proper rest will take you to your goal of building muscle. That's where my meaning of taking steps towards a very high goal comes by. So that's what success is. So you are successful if you are doing something that takes you every day step closer and closer and closer to your goal. That's the right meaning of success. So my third step, or my third point for reinventing yourself, which I want to share with you guys, is attitude. Having the right attitude. I call this success mind and attitude. Now, bring first two concepts into a solid state. You need to have the proper or right attitude. Let's first get the meaning of attitude right. What's attitude? Your attitude is a combination or composite of your thoughts, feeling, and action, which in turn produce your result. Another way to say this is settled way of thinking or feeling about someone or something, typically one that is reflected in a person's behavior. That means that if your attitude is sad, your body is going to reflect the same behavior. If your attitude is as a positive one, then you're going to bring that same positivity to the world. So basically, again, what you think reflects and manifests. So you want to be able to have a positive attitude. You want to be able to have a positive outlook towards life. That way, your outcomes are always going to be the same way you think. Having a positive attitude from a big standpoint also helps your lifestyle more than anything else. When you keep the good vibe and positive energy flowing, the rewards will be coming to you in a big scale. So don't forget to keep the right attitude as success will flow along. We keep getting educated in all topics of your life, and success will still coming. So to recap, I has talked about how this is kind of like the first few steps that you have to take to start reinvent yourself, to reinvent your life. Few steps, and they play an important role in this whole movement that you're doing. We are constantly growing. We are constantly trying to better ourselves and become better people, be better person, better brothers, better sisters, better vegans, better human beings, better fathers and sons and daughters and all the different things. And all this, you're required to be able to be aware of the situations. You have to be able to also kind of put the work in, but at the same time get educated on like what is it that I can do to improve myself. I mentioned three basic things. You have to have a clear vision. Anything that you're doing in life, you gotta keep a clear vision, because a clear vision is what gonna tell the universe or God, right, what is exactly that you want and where's exactly what I need to lead you. Don't worry about how it's gonna happen. Just have that clear vision. What is that you're looking for? Is you losing weight? Is it fitness? Is it success in your business? Either be an activist, reduce exploitation of animal. Whatever is that your main goal is, it has to be a really high goal. Then put your vision into it and it's going to happen. Define success. So now you need to realize that regardless if it's going to take you several years or it's going to take you several months, as long as you continue progressing each day, each moment, and moving towards that goal, you are already a successful story. And third, last but not least, you have to have the right attitude. Always keep in mind that having the right attitude is going to take you farther in life instead of focusing on not having the proper attitude. So keep the right attitude, keep the right mindset, keep thinking that you're a successful story and things is going to happen for you. This is just 3 basic steps. How can you start reinventing yourself? I use it for my own personal life and it worked for me. It's going to work for you as well. I can tell you so many aspects of my life and where I use some of these aspects, and that's helped me so much. One that I can think of that I can share with you guys is that I use to reinvent myself is after each relationship, once a relationship is over, it is a friendship relationship or it is a loving relationship, you take that time to reinvent yourself. What do? You're okay, what is it that I did wrong? What is it that I can improve? And you start seeing those different things. So now you have a clear vision. Why? Because it was the end of a relationship, you know that the mistakes you made in that relationship or the things that you could improve in that relationship, you're not going to do it in the relationship. So your vision of relationship start getting better, right? Improve, because now you take, okay, the experience from this relationship, the experience from this relationship, and then I apply that in the next relationship. So your vision start getting better. Then now you define success because, okay, now I'm in a journey of finding the right candidate, the right person for me. Or now I'm in the right relationship, right? Now we're moving and doing all the different things to make the relationship grow. So you are already a success story right there. Right? See what I'm saying? See how you reinvent yourself? And the attitude is the third one, is the right attitude, because you come into it from a different perspective. You're happier with yourself. You have a better outlook about the relationship. You feel better about who that new partner is. So you apply all the different concepts to the new relationship, and then your attitude turns, and then you automatically become an even greater or more wanted person. So all the different things you can apply to every aspect of your life, and you are going to be seeing results automatically. I want to finish with this quote from Emerson. It says, the only thing that will grow is the thing that we give energy to. So if you want to change the world, then you have to be great and give all the energy. If you want to be an activist and stop animal exploitation, then put all the energy to it and go for it. Don't stop. Have a clear vision, be a successful story, and have the right attitude. If you don't want to be a successful entrepreneur, put energy to that. If you want to be a successful podcaster, put all the energy to it. But if you just want to be a fat vegan or a skinny vegan, or you just want to be a strong vegan, don't matter what kind of vegan you want to be, just put the energy to it and be successful at it and have the right attitude. All right, guys. So this is it. This has been episode number 92 of Latino Vegano. I always want to say thank you guys for all the love and support, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Okay?
Gracias por escuchar Latino y Vegano, un show donde se habla todo lo relacionado sobre el veganismo entre la comunidad latina. No olviden suscribirse a este podcast, seguirnos en Instagram, Facebook, YouTube y a visitarnos en latinoyvegano.com.